Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on. I'm gonna invite my other folk on. They were on the on another they were on another stream. It's Red and C Dub, and I'm gonna go ahead and post this on so that you and anybody else can come on in here. Um, I'm telling them that we are ready, and I have posted the link for those of you who have joined Rev and excuse me, you joined Red and C Dub on the Facebook portion of the eye test. Just wanted to give them an opportunity to come in on the um, bigger broadcast version, which includes StreamYard
What's
and
up?
what's going on, C Dub?
What's up?
And did you leave Red? You left Red.
Yeah, me and Red left each other, but we were coming straight to you. So Red should be like right on my
Oh,
back here soon. He's on his way. Red likes
okay.
to be a little bit, likes to be the showstopper. You know how he is.
Uh, oh, there he is.
Yeah, I told you.
There he is.
Here he is. I told you he
And
wasn't far
and
away.
welcome, gentlemen. And Red, since you were the one that started your show, you go on ahead. I'm your guest tonight. Oh my God, what a horrible prospect.
Oh no, it's all equal, man. Nobody pulling away.
Yeah.
We were just talking about the Cam Newton, and I'm sure eventually we'll get over to these Falcons quarterback room that everybody's so crazy about. And we have two reports from Steve White. So either A, the Falcons using Steve White like a $2 hoe, or maybe it's actually some substantial something beautiful to these reports. So Steve White, I don't think Steve White gonna put his name on a lot of bullshit. I mean, that man, he got a
No.
reputation. So man, he pretty much saying that the Falcons are out on field and out on Kirk Cousins, and they are being aggressive, trying to trade up. They get one of those two guys, top guy, one of those top three guys, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's for Drake or Jaden, because I'm kind of off of Kato Williams. But get Daniels or Drake May, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't want a guy that needs a crying towel section. Sorry, but it did happen. Oh god, that really. I don't even mind the painted nails thing, but the crying towel thing still that still bothers me.
What did you painted? What?
Painted nails, his fingernails. He'll paint his fingernails and do like
Now,
FUND.
this wasn't a clear coat.
No, not clear coat. I'm talking colored. He had in green paint his nails, and it was saying, I think it was saying FUND or FU, whatever the team he was playing, but it was like, okay.
I feel like this guy, he wasn't catching. He wasn't calling a baseball game that night. So why you got your fingers painted? I have no idea.
For the quarterback position, too, at that. Look. I'm not going to slander guys that do that. I mean, I know people that have done paint their nails. So I'm not trying to crap on that. But come on, you a quarterback and you want to make how many dollars? How much money? Trying to say you want a part of the team? Maybe that's not true or not, but come on. And then you need a crime blanket to cover you from crying. I mean, if you want that as your first draft pick overall, c'est la vie. Go for it. Go Chicago.
Yeah, it's best that I keep my mouth shut. I'm just gonna tell you.
Oh, come on, John.
It's best me keep my mouth shut.
Oh, John, you can see.
Buffalo Bill paint his fingernails too.
Really?
See,
I didn't know Josh Allen did that.
No, I said Buffalo
okay.
Bill.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
hey, now,
Silence of the Lamb, Buffalo Bill.
now, okay, and okay, to you guys' point about Steve Weish and Red, you are correct. Steve Weish, Orlando Ledbetter. Who else? It's one more. It's one more person.
Did Zach Klein also collaborate on that?
Well, no. Oh, maybe. See, I'm thinking a thought that I haven't expressed to you, and you don't know where I'm going. I'm sorry. That old folk do that.
Yeah. I decided to become a babyface assassin today.
I noticed. I see more chin than I'm usually seeing there, C-Dub. Hey,
yeah.
It's great.
Hey, look, when the family tells you it is time, like in the Lion King. Well, they had to get the clippers out and they had to take it all away, so it's all fine.
Did you ever see that episode of Dexter Laboratory where the beers were fighting?
Yes. We made mention of that actually when we put the beard in the trash can.
Yeah, did you ever watch that cartoon, Dexter Laboratory?
I heard of it. I think I may have been the credits may have been rolling when I was trying to watch something else and it was going on. But yeah,
at any rate, let me see. It was Steve Weish. We'll say Klein, D. Orlando Ledbetter, and Jeff Schultz. That's who it was. You can just about bank that they have credible sources before they even speak or say anything about anything.
Yeah.
Now, that does not mean that source can't change his mind. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that source can't change his mind. But the thing is that those sources are they are pretty reliable sources than bottom of your shoe sports reporting. And I heard it on the internet sports. Okay. Because they have legitimate pipelines and they have people on the inside that do reveal certain things. They may not be specific. They may say, hey, look out for this and look out for that. Then when they report it, they say a source within the Falcons organizations is hinting that this may happen, that may happen, blah, 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 blah. And at this juncture, just like I said on when I went on Ryan's show last night, and I'm going to have to ask him about why he asked you, talk to you, Red, about saying this or doing whatever. I just want to find out what was going on.
We didn't know.
I didn't get that part at all. I was looking at it like he knew me or something. That was the first time I had ever been on the birdcage. So maybe he saw me on the Waffle House or something, and
or saw. And now Ryan has watched us before, so it might be something that he saw here. But I'll ask and I'll find out. I'll see what's going on.
Hey, we weren't hurt. We were just God, look at it.
It was a good show. I'm pretty sure he was cool with me after his show. Trust me, it wasn't me he was mad with.
I didn't get a chance to see the ending of the show because
you missed it, man. You missed another dysfunctional confrontation. Some guy sitting in the car. He was like, man, come on my show and play with me like that.
Well, maybe I do need to take a look at it and see what's what.
I'm not sure, but maybe he got triggered when he said little man or something. He was like, maybe you need to, it's time for your bedtime, little man. And
okay.
You was just trying to keep the drama away from us.
Yeah, because we were just like, man, again? It happened again?
Yeah.
Well,
Two shows.
like I said, I'll look at it because see, man, I had something very important that I had to do, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I had to leave so quickly. And I had sent a message to let you guys know that I had left or whatever. But you know, and going back to this situation, I'm going to say this. Um, it was just like I did, like I said, like I started out. It was just like I said last night. It's to the point where I don't even want to get on the phone. I have to
Yeah.
turn notifications off. I have to stop talking to people. I have to stop listening to people because see, everybody is coming, and everybody is coming, legitimate or questionable, talking
Yep.
about what they think that the Falcons are going to do, and
Mhm.
the Falcons don't even know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, the Falcons don't even know what they're going to do. And you know, my phone just hit. My phone just hit now. Let me see. Let me see what did these folks. Okay, here's Bucky Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky Brooks reveals the veteran quarterback who bring the biggest potential boost to the Falcons in the 2024 season. Then here, okay, Atlanta rushing attack. Kevin Patra examines new OC Zach Robinson could change the dynamics of the Falcons' backfield. All right, and man, you know, now it's mock draft season now. At
Yep.
number 8 overall, Atlanta selects a cornerback who checks all the trait boxes with size, speed, physicality, and ball skills in Gennaro Felice's first mock draft. Who the hell are you, sir?
He's the intern that brought in the
You
coffee, and
know,
they said, "Hey,
hey
you
man,
give us your
I
box."
mean,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
can't pay attention to these
it's
newcomers.
yeah, and including Matt Ryan,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Matt.
including Matt Ryan. I mean,
Right.
now, this is the thing that, and people have been quoting Matt Ryan. Well, Matt Ryan said, "Who you is?"
Well, Matt's becoming that new face now.
That
Yeah,
Super Bowl,
I
that
know,
Super Bowl coverage is going to his head.
but okay, see the okay, and
Mm-hmm.
follow along with me. Follow
No,
along
I'm
with me.
with you. I'm following.
I just want everybody to follow along with me out there in TV land and every place else. Now, you were hired, Matt Ryan, as an in-game analyst as to what's going on out on the field
Yep.
because you aren't that far removed from what's going on out there on the field. Okay, how does that parlay into handicapping potential free agents, draft picks, other teams' need? Because the first thing I'm going to ask you is, how is your opinion formulated? By
And
what
yeah,
criteria do we judge you to be legitimate as a handicapper, a Mel Kiper type, a Boomer Esiason? What do we? You just started this job last year, Matt.
well, I mean, John, we don't know how far deep he's been researching and studying. Maybe he has been doing a lot of this stuff when he first, with the Colts, when he got hurt and he had a lot of downtime, started doing some research. Look, and not only that, we don't know what most of these guys want to do after their playing career. Well, maybe Matt's kind of showing, or maybe Matt sees the writing on the walls. I need to know more, or I need to be able to speak out on more things so that I could be around the TV more. So I could be around. So when people, you go to, let's be honest. You know what was really bothersome when you watched the Super Bowl? Is Tony Romo trying to play the stick of, I could tell you what they're about to do. But yet we all look and go, Tony, you've never played in a Super Bowl. Matt
Yeah.
has. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Matt will override Tony because Matt has more playoff experience success than Tony ever did. And I'll bet you Tony was not happy that Matt Ryan was on that broadcast. So I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me. And also, Matt comes off as a guy that I could see maybe wanting to dip his hand as a GM one day. We don't know. But we're just saying, maybe. But I mean, I was kind of cracking up when I heard him say that J.J. McCarthy reminds him of Desmond Ritter as he was laughing. Now, hold on.
That's some good analysis, John. That's some good analysis.
And hold on, because he brought up, he goes, everyone talks about how he plays the game and how all he has to do is this. He goes, well, that's the same thing everyone said about Desmond Ritter coming out of college, and it was. It wasn't like he was throwing it out there as like he was making it up. So I'm just saying, when I think of Matt, I will let Matt talk because, like I said, he hasn't done anything to go, oh, dude, shut up. Now, if he tries to tell you, well, I didn't do nothing wrong in the Super Bowl, then we could look at him and go, oh, shut up. But right now, he's coming off looking good. And look, if he's got a comment about teams and what they should do, they're asking everybody the same thing. They don't ask Mark Shavitz. They ask, I'm trying to remember all the people that do the games too. Adam Archuleta,
all the pundits. I mean, all the pundits that call games. So it's out of line for Matt to have an opinion. But like Chris said, as long as he don't get carried away with his opinions. And we haven't heard anything yet.
Hold on. If he starts saying this is the Matt Ryan mock draft experience, then we could go, okay, Matt, you're losing your mind there, bro.
If they give Matt that old Gruden job where they have the QB prospects coming down and they start going on the top man, then Matt Ryan, hold on. Now we don't went too far.
No. Only one man can take over the Gruden job. That's Cam Newton, because he can wrestle you afterwards.
Hold that one for later, because I want to get to that. But okay,
now, go ahead.
Let me ask this question of both of you: who knows more about drafting, prospects, teams, Matt Ryan or you two?
I mean, he's sitting in the same chair as we are, actually. If you want to put it that way, but I mean,
I'm asking.
I know
knows more.
Oh, we do. I mean, come on, Jonathan. We've suffered long enough. We know.
I study the college prospects every year. So I don't know what Matt do every year. So I mean, I don't got scouts work. If I don't have scouts, I got sending out to various places, but Matt don't either. So damn sure I'm the scouts for the not when I got the damn buffet. I got the buffet sitting right here for me in the South. You think I'm gonna waste a plane to get to a scout to go to the West Coast? No way. No.
I mean,
hey, Red. He has the backing and the people from CBS Sports to do all of that stuff.
Well, yeah, Matt,
I mean, he has all of that. All right, and see, the reason why I asked that is part of my reason for taking things that he says with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Now, your younger fans. Red, you're right. Now your younger fans,
a pinch of salt.
Yeah. Your younger fans, yes. Okay, he might should have started on Nickelodeon with the Puppy Bowl.
Oh, come on now! Look, that Toy Story football game was fun to watch. I'll tell you.
Now, I was going to say, John, they ain't going to have a football coverage on Nickelodeon, so that would be a place for them to start.
Hey, Nate Burles is like, stay away. That's my gig.
Exactly.
I want the slime.
because see, this is the thing. This is the thing. You're starting as an analyst. The kids are starting to decide whether they want to follow football.
Yeah.
Make it interesting from what you actually know. Because see, somebody like me, somebody like you, C-Dub, somebody like you, Red, with the things that we discuss, us here, okay?
Yeah.
We are far beyond his expertise in telling us anything. The only thing that he can do for us is give us news that we don't have privy to. Now, I will listen to what Matt Ryan says. I will listen because, he's a CBS analyst, everything of that nature. Okay, I'll listen to you. But, I'm going to be a lot of times when you say something, I'm going to be just like that dog when he hears something funny. I'm gonna twist my head because I'll be like, because I was here before you got here, and I saw your entire career.
Yeah.
I saw your entire career. There were some things that I didn't like that you did or didn't do. Now, you were a good quarterback for the Falcons. You were a great quarterback for the Falcons.
Yes.
Uncle Steve doesn't need to hear this. I'm hoping you're not listening because
no. He's over at the
praise. Him or Tidy. Him or Tidy hears me praise, man, Ryan. Oh, it's gonna be hell to pay.
Hold on. Between us and YouTube and all this video that we're putting out there, don't worry. They're over at Smitty at the 10K. By the way, congrats again to 10K Smitty, getting his 10,000 subscriber. But yeah, they're actually over there on 95 North Street, and it's good. Yeah. But don't worry, we got you. Don't worry, no one's gonna know. This is
But my phone will be ringing right off the nightstand right about 5:30 in the morning.
John can't hide. It's out there.
No, I can't.
Hey, Red. Steve's like this. Look, Cam, I'm coming for you. And then after that, I got to call John to call him out about Matt Ryan.
You should have left it. You should have left it at good, John. You said it was great. Now they own you now.
Yeah. Well, look. How about this? We know, what Matt Ryan did in his career, like you said, and what I think a lot of us are kind of looking at is that, there were times we wanted Matt to talk and Matt wouldn't, and now that he's able to talk freely, he is talking. And look, that Cam Newton interview, I really enjoyed it because he just said it what he said, and. I get it. Well, people should, say it for, sometimes Roddy Piper said it best, or because someone's like, you love to toot your own horn. He goes, I know the tune.
Yeah.
He's like, have you ever tried to play out a tune? Every animal hates it. And I'm like going, he's got a point. And I saw that as a kid. So that still stuck with me.
Now,
I'm still here, guys.
Oh, okay. Now, and I've been wanting to talk about this with somebody for the longest. Ever since I heard about it, and that's the Cam Newton situation. Now let me tell y'all something. See, stuff like that is why they tell you if you win the lottery, you got to move.
Okay.
If you get some money, you got to move. You might have to cut off all your friends. You might have to cut off your family. You might have to cut off everybody. Because you never know what people will do to try to get at you or get at your money out of jealousy, out of envy, out of whatever crazy emotion that they may have. Now, This happened as I brought out last night. This happened here in Atlanta
Yep.
at one of his camps.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yep.
And see, if it was me, I'm telling you, if it was me, it would have been some well whooped ass out there. And then I'm not coming back because you guys, everybody's trying to take pot shots at me. Why? Why are you trying to take pot shots at me? And I'm bringing these people out here and I'm providing this for you. And there was a clip where Cam was talking to a young man saying that if your team beats me or if you beat me, he said, if you beat me, I'll pay your rent. And the young man, little young and little refugee said, I don't want to be wasting my time beating no has-been. Okay.
What?
Get out.
Now wait a minute now. Now you can't say that. Look, as much trash as I talk about Cam Newton, I talk about the man wardrobe. I when we play him, when we used to play him, because that's the nature of the sport. You know, we rob.
Yep.
But for a young kid, a young knucklehead, to come up and tell a grown man who done been MVP of the NFL, don't lead his team to the Super Bowl, led his team to the college national championship, a father, a son of a I don't know how respected, but Cecil, they're very respected throughout the sports and channels. So I'm sorry, man. That's the ultimate disrespect. That's disrespect, man. You can't go up in nobody's face with those accolades and be disrespectful like that. I'm sorry, T-Dub. Let me get this.
No, go ahead.
Because like Shannon Sharp said, you ain't going up to no Eli or Peyton Manning's camp acting like that. So why are we doing this to our own hometown hero and Cam Newton? I mean, you don't have to agree with him. He ain't got to be your favorite quarterback because he ain't mine. You ain't got to agree with his wardrobe, but for what he's accomplished in his NFL career, the man deserves an acumen of respect. And I felt those guys were out of line and completely disrespectful and inappropriate.
Yeah. Man, okay. So he was saying, if you beat me, I'll pay your month's rent. And the person said, I didn't want to play no has-been. Bro, who the hell you think you are? I mean, yeah, look.
You can get my rent. I'm trying to get all kinds of shit paid.
I mean, look, you can pay my $1,000 rent. I don't mind. I mean, but dang, but real quick, like you just said.
2 times? Can you pay 2 months rent?
Yeah. I mean, but my thing is, God, man, I don't want to paint it like Cam's the victim, but I also want to keep it. Well, here's the thing. This is what I feel for, is the fact Cam, I don't think was in the wrong in all this.
He wasn't.
He got disrespected, and not just that. It's like, it's 2 things. John, you remember this. If somebody dresses a certain way, there better be 2 things you better remember. You better remember this. You either got to be, well, if you about that, you about it, or if you mess with that person, you might find out that person is all man. And Cam didn't play no games. Look, and by the way, like I said on Red's stream earlier, does no one know how to throw a freaking punch? I swear, everyone, all that swinging they were doing, I thought it was just a fan convention because all I got was nothing but wind that they were throwing because they didn't hit nothing. And my favorite part, Cam in his top hat never got knocked off, mind you. That's respect. And 2, he just pushed them down. And I'm just going, this is hilarious. They have the advantage and they can't do nothing with them.
Now, I just did a quick skim. I just did a quick skim from the New York Post because supposedly, New York Post. That's one of them rags that I put at the bottom of the parrot cage. But from what they were saying, it's a situation where now there were witnesses there that they were saying that Cam Newton started it because he was talking about the fact that he was the one that brought the thing there, and tooting his own horn, just like you were talking about there, C-Dub.
Yep.
And it's I'm going to have to read a little bit more into it in order to find out or get a rounded view as to how this got started, who was all involved in it, and just everything. But really, on face value, we've heard various things about Cam Newton disrespecting people and people respecting Cam Newton back.
Yeah.
Because I posted one time, if I'm not mistaken, I was at a Waffle House out in Douglasville, right by where the Walmart is. And there's a Waffle House right there. I alternate between the two Waffle Houses when the fire department doesn't let me cook, because I get permission once a month to be able to cook in my own house. They tired of coming out there. So
burn down neighborhood, smoke all fields. Like, man,
hey, I'm about bad as I'm about bad as Rodney Dangerfield's wife. I'm about bad as Rodney Dangerfield's wife, where he asked her. I didn't know toast had bones in it, but anyway.
I remember that.
But
was that back to school?
Oh no. Hey man, see, you need to watch that man stand up.
Stand up. It's a stand up special.
Oh man, no, man. Shoot, Rodney Dangerfield made a living stand up comic.
There's a lot of great stand ups that people don't know about.
Yeah. I mean,
he didn't make that many movies, so he had to do some stand up special.
Oh, he did.
No. See, the thing was, he was a stand up comic even before, years before he made any movies. And he just brought his stand-up act and incorporated it into the movie, because a lot of his lines in the movie were lines that he used to use in stand-up.
I hate to see you go.
Because
sorry, I'm thinking about the car. I saw my old car, my mother-in-law in it, and I said, "Oh, so it's hard to see her go." He's like, "You talking about the car, your mother-in-law?"
Because I remember that time he told Ted Knight in Caddyshack. No, he was looking at a hat. he said, "Boy, this hat needs to come with a bowl of soup with it." And he turned around and looked at Ted Knight with the hat on. Ooh, excuse me.
Oh my God, I remember.
But I mean, man, but at any rate, what was I getting ready to say? I don't went 4-wheel.
You were talking about your Waffle House visit over at Douglasville.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I had just walked in and sat down. I was getting ready to eat, and the wait staff. How if you walk into a Waffle House and something just happened before you came in.
Yes. Kind of like how me and Red felt the past few days.
Okay, Cam Newton had just left.
Okay.
Got $600 or $700 worth of food and didn't tip.
Damn. How long ago was this?
It was early part of it was about August or September last year.
Okay, wow, it's recent.
If I'm not mistaken, because I posted it.
Mm-hmm.
I
didn't tip.
Didn't tip.
Wow. That's messed up, man.
You know what? Karma. Those 7 kids were from the parents of that Waffle House.
That's the thing I was just going to say. But they must remember you from that Waffle House scam and say, "Okay, y'all, we got to get out of here."
No!
I'm gonna beat my chip out of his ass.
Oh no! don't know.
I had to get him 5 waffles.
But you know, there are a lot of professional athletes, stars of stage and screen, musicians, things of that sort, that they don't. I mean, you come in there, you know, okay, you don't have to pay everybody that's sitting in the restaurant, but at least tip.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Come
You
on
gotta
now.
tip the employee. You especially somebody that waited on you for $600 to $700 worth of food. Don't let me
Yeah,
go
I
working
mean,
for dollars on you now.
Yeah,
I mean, come
if they're
on, man.
if they're ordering food and then they're like looking at people going, yeah, I'll buy that, man. And man, at least put a nice tip on it for that person, man. Don't be screwing them out.
You should that person should be able to pay their cell phone and a couple of utilities with your tip.
Yeah.
After that big day right now. I'm just saying, look, come on now. I'm being honest, fellas. Now this is what it is. You got to pay it forward. And I'm saying that I
Yeah.
know I'm a broke guy right now, but I know how I am. I know how I am now. I mean, I know how I am with my niece and my nephew. Look, you got to pay it forward. Cam,
Yeah.
it's the waitresses, it's the service people of the world who depend on the celebrities and the folks with money of the world, the one percenters, to look out. If people are order that big, man, dude, when I get an order that big, I'm thinking this is my last order for the night. I can clock out with my tip. I'm gonna get out this order. Trust me, if this was somewhere like New York or LA and Cam tried that shit, oh, see, some of these guys, Douglasville, see that we too lenient, John. We too
See,
lenient
you
here in this
right.
town.
Yeah, you
Man,
right. I
these
keep
guys
Mm.
telling.
go to certain spots, man, in New York and LA, or maybe even Chicago. Let Cam Newton walk up in a spot or $600-700 worth of food and walk out there with. Even if he left $20 on the table, it's gonna be hell to pay. It's gonna be a post on Instagram, YouTube. I mean, it's gonna trust me, it's gonna get out. So I
If
don't know.
that now
Oh.
and see, that's if he make it out of there alive.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Somebody might be waiting for New York, man. Don't go in Brooklyn or the Bronx and try that. Woo, might be a couple of
Man,
planners waiting for him outside.
I mean, but that's just God. That's just so man. That's so trashy. I
Come
mean,
out there, so you gonna be putting something in that waitress pocket. Like, here you go, baby. Take care of yourself right there. You get your kids
yeah,
something to say. You better be like, they supposed to know. Oh, Cam got me today. This your town, Cam. You supposed to be taking care of folks in your town. Man, I'm
God. Oh, yeah. That.
Cam now.
Oh,
I got the food.
hold
And
on.
see,
We were talking of, hey Cam, good job on that fight. Now we're like, now they deserve to whoop your ass. That's karma coming for you.
I ain't gonna
see, I
say no
mean,
drugs for salt, but man, Cam, that I'm gonna separate the two incidents. This one incident, Cam was in the right. The Waffle
No,
House
I'm with
incident,
you.
Cam was in the wrong.
God, man.
see,
Yeah.
so see,
But say
and
I
just
was in
like
the
y'all
Waffle House
said,
that night. Say I was in the Waffle House that night and I witnessed the incident, and then I hear about this incident that happened a couple of days ago. I wouldn't be that upset, man.
I
yeah,
just can't. Yeah. I look. Whenever I have a Waffle House, if I'm at Waffle House, whoever's my waitress, I treat them with respect. I appreciate them. I flirt. I talk, but I make sure that tip gets filled. I make sure that we leave a decent tip because you know what? That's their job and that's what they do, and it's us to give them the best we can. Man, shoot! If I
Now, we was
man,
good.
that's
It was high
exactly
school, man. We was in high school. We had no money. I
yeah.
mean, whenever the meal came through, everybody was a couple of dollars, couple two, even if it was $2, $3. I mean, something. You gotta leave something on that table.
and see,
Mm.
gentlemen, you didn't know, you didn't know that this country was in trouble during the pandemic until the Waffle Houses were closing.
Oh, my heart.
See, cause when them Waffle House closed, cause see, Waffle House, man, look, they used to be open 24/7, no matter where they were.
Yeah.
Waffle House was open 24/7, no matter where they were prior to the pandemic.
No,
But
man,
when
working late night at UPS, that was the only spot you would
yes,
eat when
sir.
I got off work some night.
Yes, sir. And when the pandemic shut them down, and them jokers wasn't doing nothing but taking to go orders. When those jokers was closing off half the restaurant. No, you can't sit here. We don't have anybody here to serve you. And you know, I mean, man, it was bad for me.
Yeah.
Because see, I used to work the graveyard shift.
Oh,
You know, I used to work from 6 in the evening to 6 in the morning, sometimes 7 in the morning, sometimes. And you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, if I could break away, I go right up there to the Waffle House. Waffle House open. I can get some to eat, you know. But when those places started closing and you didn't have nowhere to go to get anything to eat because all of the other restaurants had closed 3 to 4 weeks prior. Okay.
Yep.
You know,
And
your IHOPs and your
3 and 4 hours earlier.
Yeah.
And then the Waffle House over here, they did like shower curtains, but they fought it out here in the country trying to make it where we could still be there. But yeah, we made sure we would do the to-go orders. We made sure we would at least do something to keep them going because we were just like, gotta take care of these folks.
And man, what I did,
I don't know what midnight did. I don't know what the midnight shifters did when they got off work because we still at UPS. We still had to go to work, but it was hard anything open.
Yeah,
it was hard anything open when they got off work.
Yeah, I mean, you had to bring that bologna sandwich with you, or you had to bring something from the house to see if you can make it through.
Yeah, you know how the stores were. The few stores were open. It was like a concert line in them things, man. You was in there for about an hour and a half. So you better you gotta work at night. You better get to that store.
Man, you got to the gas station. You thought you were in the party. You were just like, "Hey, there's people."
You know, so when they came back, when them people came back to work,
Miss B speaking, y'all.
Miss B, what up, Miss
B? That's why I put your name up there to make sure everybody saw that you were looking. Don't look too close. I ain't shaved.
Miss B, you got to do the Friday show now. I think the Waffle House on hiatus right now.
Hey. Yeah, Toddy needs to take it. Yeah, he's been taking a break. It's all fine. He makes it up.
But you know now Antonio. Okay, I think that's Antonio want to come in because I believe he got a little bit more on this fight, this 10 round. What? How to do them wrestling matches? AC Dub.
Yeah, we got 2 out of 3 falls. Yeah. 15-minute time limit.
Falls count anywhere in the building.
They got slung like a little rag doll first. I mean, what the hell?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Antonio?
If I'm a fight, I ain't gonna get slung like no rag doll in front of everybody.
Right. But if y'all really want to know what really happened, the 2 brothers used to work for Cam. They used to work for Cam. They was his wide receiver. They was his wide receiver coaches. So they got so tired of Cam like being like, you know, an asshole and making it seem like he could just throw his money around and make it seem like he could just be like blatantly disrespectful to people. So they got tired of that mother. I'm about to say something, but tired of that mother, right?
You caught yourself. You good?
So they started their own team. They started their own team.
I heard it was some other coaches.
Ever since they started their own team, Cam has not beat them since. So Cam was in his feelings. So they was already pissed off because, like, on what was it? I think it was a Saturday. Their bracket wasn't, the 18-year-olds wasn't even supposed to play each other because they was on opposite end of the brackets, and they ended up being the first game. And that was by Cam doing, but they still beat Cam anyway.
Okay.
So Sunday comes around, Cam was already in his feelings. Cam had already got into it with the dude in the parking lot, telling him to make a bet. He was like, talking about how long his money was and all that other stuff, you know, make it light on yourself and all this other stuff. So the dude was like, "Dude, I ain't finna bet you, man," or whatever. He said, "I already beat you." He told Cam, "When you beat me, then I'll bet you. Cam really couldn't say nothing after that because guess what? You haven't beat him yet. The man done beat you 4 straight times. So when the guys came in there and they played their game on Sunday, Cam was up by his little tent. And the entire time that dude was playing his game, Cam was on the top of the hill antagonizing him the whole time. The game was going on. Talking shit to the players, talking shit to the coaches, all of that. They win the game. After the game, the dude he's walking up the stairs and like basically tell Cam, like, yo, what's up? But before the dude can get up the stairs, Cam grabbed him. His brother was right behind him. So his brother said, he said, what I look like let somebody grab my brother? He said he didn't punch him or nothing like that, but he said the fact that he grabbed him, he said, what I look like letting somebody grab my brother, and I don't do nothing about it. But see, what they did, what they failed to realize, like, even though Cam was like running his mouth and he was the antagonizer, because they made him leave the field too. He had to leave the field too. He didn't even get to stay at his own function.
Oh,
that happened. The police came and APD made everybody leave. The 2 coaches and Cam had to leave the property. But Cam was the antagonizer the whole time. Cam was just pissed off because the dude, ever since the dudes left him, Cam has not beat his team.
Damn. Okay.
And that's what the whole thing was about.
I am so glad you brought Tony on. I need this inside information. I'm putting up here praising Cam.
Cam. They said Cam was like, even the people that was at the game, they said Cam be acting so arrogant, talking about, his money and how long his money is, and like he'll never be broke and all this other stuff. And he said the coach told Cam, he said, dude, when you come out here and you doing these type of things, you got to treat people like people.
Yeah.
Yes,
and that's
you
what
do.
He told Cam, and and a whole lot of other people was reiterating that, but Cam gets so, like, he get his head up in the clouds, and then he gets so bougie and boisterous, and he feel like because he got money, he could just treat people like shit. And on this particular day, when the dude after the game, the dude was basically gonna go to him and be like, "Dude, what's up?" He was like, "I'm trying to coach the whole game, and the entire game." And you can pull up the article. The entire game, Cam was talking shit to this coach the entire game.
Dang.
Talking to his players, talking to both coaches, talking to the refs, because he was still pissed off about the day before. When you have 2 people that come, it's like you talk about the Shanahan tree. Okay, Cam got 2 people that come from under him, start their own team, and then once they start their own team, Cam can't even beat the dudes that used to work for him.
Wow.
And they done beat Cam 4 straight years. Not 4 straight years, but 4 straight games. Cam has not beat them yet.
Ready to Waffle House.
So that's what it came down to. That's what the fight was about.
Man.
And I go back to what I said in the very beginning. Once you make that money, stay the heck away and go on about your business.
True.
Because see, especially if you're gonna be acting like that around regular folk. Because see, regular folk got a way of bringing you back down to the ground real quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the thing about that is, like, yeah, Cam a big dude, but at the same time, I don't care how big you are. He just, the right ones just didn't approach him.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
The right ones approach Cam would have got his ass whooped.
Hey, Antonio, Antonio.
I get old guy credit, man.
Antonio, hold on, Antonio.
They got treated like some.
Antonio, you know the right guy showed up. That one contact, that hat's flying like you just said.
Yeah, that hat would have been like
Shamona.
That would have been the first thing I grabbed for. You may get
the right people, especially being in Atlanta. You ever see somebody like knock the top off a beehive?
Mm-hmm.
And how they be running?
Yep.
That would have been Cam. Because both of them was little
What's up?
dudes. Little dudes.
What's up, Larry?
Like I said, if he had the right one, he wouldn't have had him like that.
Yeah. And very, very, very easily that could have ended up way worse than what actually happened. That could have ended up way worse.
Atlanta, and like the hood was out there.
Right.
The hood was out there. It could have been, you know.
I'm kind of shocked that it didn't. Like, with all this stuff that's going on, I'm kind of shocked. But good for Cam.
Lucky for Cam, but also, yeah, you're right, because, man, so, some people don't play that game, man, and,
Yeah, even the dude
yeah.
that walked up in the white shirt, I still don't know whether he was for Cam or he was for one of the coaches. But with the one that Cam had in the headlock, and the dude came up and he swung, Cam the one that got hit.
Yeah.
Cam the one that got hit. So and then he actually went after the dude, and then he went back to Cam, and then he acted like he was with the other dudes. And I'm like, dude, who you with?
It's just like them cats I be seeing on TikTok. Two cats will get to fighting, and one will bite one on the behind, and then he don't like the other one because he got him behind, and he go claw him. I said, whose side you on, cat? I root for the orange cat, but the orange cat, little old gray cat, bite him on the tail. I said, why you bite him? He helping you out. And I mean, ain't no lawyer. I mean, just folk just swinging. I said, man. And hey, we getting some Dixon Wade's in here. Demetrius Jeffries in here.
Yep. King is in the house. Miss B.
King in Atlanta's.
Thank y'all.
We got on too early for them.
Yeah, but it's all good.
Yeah, well, this is a special Cam Newton. What else do we talk about?
We're talking quarterbacks, but we're talking Cam Newton's
quarterback
SmackDown
Cam Newton version of the eye test.
We talking about how Fields and Kirk ain't gonna be here according to.
Look, Steve Weiss ain't gonna BS people, but like I said, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's Lion season. I'll believe it when I see it. I want to just see how we are come whatever the first day of free agency is.
We don't have every spot to move up. Even if we get up, let's say we get up to 4 or 5. I still think we'll get one of those damn quarterbacks.
I'm with you.
I'm willing. If we ain't got, they don't have. I can see if we was like in 18 instead of 8. Then I'd be like, okay, fellas, y'all a little too unrealistic. But from 8 to the top 5, we can trade up.
Yeah, I got into it with somebody today. Sure. I got into somebody today just because I said I didn't like Caleb Williams. Not over.
I want Drake or the other guy. Dang.
And that's what I put that on in the ABG group today because I did like a whole breakdown on Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
And people can say whatever. Yeah, I like Daniels because he a dual threat. He's a complete dual threat. But in my opinion, May has a better ball. In my opinion. He already put the ball on the numbers. I mean, you don't see his receivers like either chasing down the ball or going back to get the ball. He throw it to him in stride. He throw him open. And I know even when he off balance, his balls are still accurate.
Well, that's fine. I don't think either one. With Zach Robinson, I think Zach Robinson can work with either one of the guys.
The more and more I hear about Drake May, the more and more I'm okay with him.
Yeah,
I really,
if we get Daniels and we get May, I'm good.
Yeah.
Especially we got Sierra backing them up. Oh, I'm real good now.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, I told you about that.
And then the thing about it is like even when
she got to come home to get her new album started, and Russell got to come with her. So you better go.
And the thing about it is,
Russell.
They already taking offers. They already taking offers on their house.
Cause she's coming home, baby. I'm coming home. Russell,
what's going on, guys?
Said we coming home. I make the decisions in his house.
Yeah, they already taking offers on their house, so he know he's not staying there.
What's up, Larry?
What's going on, Red?
So them Hawks, baby. How you like them Hawks looking like?
Oh, come on, Red, stop it with don't do that.
Hey, look. I'm one person that always say, man, I root for the name on the front, not the back.
That's right.
If people are mad that we won because we need a better draft pick, why they can't even tank right? Like I said before on my stream yesterday, this next 26 games, now 25, is going to be the most important in the Trae Young era. in the 6 years Trae Young been here. We're gonna find out if these teams are super dependent on Trae, or we're gonna find out if we got guys that can actually play, and they might have a hard choice to make if they make some crazy run. I'm not sure. I know the Hawks usually make a crazy run and after the All-Star break, but again, we start off slow offensively, but defensively we play better. But more than anything, just like I said on We Talk Hawks TV, shout out to Mon. We moved the ball more. We had 31 assists last night. No, 34 assists. So the ball moved, and it wasn't somebody coming for the ball doing this whenever they got a rebound, looking to pass it to Trae because he got to initiate the offense. When DeAndre Hunter got a rebound, which was surprising, he got some rebounds, and he saw push up the court. JJ get the ball, he pushes it immediately. He don't look for anyone. He pushes up the court. So, if anything, if or when Trae Young come back, me personally, I don't think Trae Young need to come back because the injury is significant that it's not in his shooting hand, but he dribbled with both hands. He passed, no look passing with both hands. So him having a significant ligament injury in his hand is significant. You know what I'm saying? So I think they need to shut him down. They need to shut him down for the rest of the season, even if they make the playoffs or make the play-in. They need to shut him down. The future of Trae Young, either coming back fully healthy or being fully healthy for a trade, is too great to jeopardize, in my opinion. And no, Red, I'm not taking 3 picks in 2050 from the Lakers.
We're not helping the Lakers. Sorry.
No, I'm not taking picks when Trae Young about to retire. Trae Young. No, you can miss me with that. You better come with some picks within this century. I don't want to be in the next decade when I get picks from you. You can miss me with that. I will trade him to another team. Now, I'm not saying I want to trade Trae. I'm saying if push came to shove. Because Boogie Cousins came out and said he thinks Trae need to get out of there and don't become like him or like Dame Lillard. Because in my opinion, Trae like career path is heading down the Dame Lillard path. Like you got incompetent organization that don't know what to do with it. So
you ain't lying. I mean, especially with the incompetent part.
I'll be down there in person tomorrow, Larry. So you just look for me.
Okay, you gonna be rooting on John Collins?
I'm gonna be rooting for the Hawks.
Okay, thank you. See, Red's a good guy. I got him. Yeah.
No, I ain't rooting for no John Collins.
Now, there's one thing. Now, there's one thing that I think now Chauncey and Damon were on what's the new Hawk channel since they shut down the New Pack City. Well, whatever it is. Atlanta Hawks home court. They were on together earlier tonight.
Oh, okay.
And and there were some things that they were saying. Now I'm just gonna lay this out like this. Well, just about every Atlanta team I've been following ever since they've been here. All of them. Okay.
Preach.
Hawks, Braves, Falcons. And when uniforms and uniform sales started to be a big thing, you remember the throwback era. You remember the, you wanted to get, when you didn't have an outlet for uniforms for certain players or whatever, you would try to steal one out the locker room. Okay. Even if the Joker had just took it off and, whatever you go in there, hide in the, I remember this commercial where the man was hiding in the doggone dirty clothes hamper. And he pops up with Derek Jeter. You remember that?
Leave my dad alone. He did it once.
Well, C-Dub, nobody would have known unless you had told him.
I didn't say nothing. My brother did.
But the thing is
that about to lose to the Pistons. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Hey, any given game.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
If you ain't playing your best,
no. He made a shot with 2.8 seconds on the clock. That's crazy.
Hey, you got a lot of people that can do that now. But at any rate,
hey, what game you looking at, Larry?
Oh, it's just a highlight of the Knicks and Pistons. Pistons was up by 1 point, got the steal, lost the ball. Then Josh Hart hit an and one basket with 2 seconds. He missed a free throw, but he got the rebound, and that's the end of the game. Got fouled again. Oh my! It's the Pistons gonna Piston. Wow.
Yeah.
I just let me tell you, it's Detroit. What you expect?
Now I just did the Pacers versus Toronto game. Pacers lost at home to Toronto, and Halliburton went 2 for 10. He had 8 points. If Trae Young had that, he would be killing him. But everybody said he's the best point guard in the league. He had a garbage game. Like, that's worse than what I ever seen Trae Young do.
Trae just got to improve. Yep. His reputation is trash right now. He just got to improve. And you're right. You know what?
What reputation? Who is he playing with?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's stuck in Atlanta.
Red, tell me some. No, I want to be serious.
I'm just telling y'all what I think is going on. I'm not saying this was
no. They just is doing that because they want him out of Atlanta.
That's what I'm saying. A change of scenery might improve.
Yeah, they want him out of Atlanta. They're basically trying to advance what happened to Dame. They're trying to advance it. So leagues ain't getting no calls. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, all these writers be hating on Trae. But again, I see all these trade, things going out, like Trae gonna be San Antonio. Trae gonna be with he's gonna go to Golden State to usher out when Curry retired. I done seen a lot of trade deals. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like everybody hate on Trae, but everybody want Trae. Like, what's really going on? I just want to see.
It's the Hawks organization. They want them away.
Well, yeah. The Hawks. I mean, everybody know they got a cheap owner. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they come at them disrespectful.
That's the biggest problem. Is if you really want to bring it down, it's always been it's either ownership or GM or both. And when you got a guy who lets his idiot son run the team, who goes off and screws the team over. And his daddy, he looks at his daddy. Daddy, my hat fell out. Too bad your head wasn't in it. But yeah,
Hey, y'all, just hold on. Cause see, somebody about to come on, and see, I'm gonna let him come on. I'm gonna let him come on. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh Lord.
Do we have to do a drum roll?
Look, and he wiggling his head already. He look like he wiggling his head already. I mean,
what else, Steve?
Hey,
I heard Steve was on the phone with Cam.
Don't tell everybody we were good friends. Too much, man. You know.
But two guys over here with gray hair, so we know y'all two guys.
Yeah, nothing about gray hair.
My bad,
What's going on, fellas? Now the funny thing, I mentioned John today when I was talking about. I really wanted to get back on what you were talking about, Larry, because you were on a good point there talking about the Hawks. But I did want to mention real quick when we start talking about, and it's just me, so it was something we discussed earlier. John and I have known each other for a long time. And I don't know anybody else I can have a straight up, he's on the North Pole, I'm on the South Pole argument, and me and him still come out and we'll be like, hey man, let's get something to eat or something, or we'll still be on the same page. It's amazing to me that people can't separate the debate and being personal. And I just see so much of that happening today. And that's why I can appreciate panels like this and this panels and other panels I've been part of. So Jay, I'm proud of you, what you've been doing with the channel, brother. So everybody make sure they still keep doing that. All right, so all the nice stuff aside. All right, so Larry.
Didn't last long. Didn't last long.
He's about super kick you.
Didn't last long.
He Superman punched you.
I wanted to get in and shoot real quick because I'm not going to be on long. I was on celebrating Smitty's 10,000 subscribers
Yes.
over his channel. So that's congratulations to him with that.
Yes.
I was one of those people that anytime somebody was bringing up the trade scenarios and things of that nature, I was kind of like, man, y'all got to be crazy, man. What is wrong with y'all? And especially people that I know weren't ingrained into the Hawks. You were talking about Damon earlier, John, who I know gets into his Hawks. I know you get into the Hawks. Larry, I know you get into the Hawks. But then I heard you tonight talk about it and talk about the conspiracy to get rid of him. And about 6 months ago, I probably would have been like, dude, why are you giving up on him? Why are you doing that? But I'm looking at the standings as we sit here.
Yeah.
And I look at what the Hawks were in 2021 on the up.
Yeah.
I've watched Cleveland get better. I watched the Knicks get better.
Unfortunately,
I watched Indiana get better. I watched Orlando get better. And I'm still looking at the Hawks stuck in the mud. And I say to myself, you know, maybe that might not be a bad idea, because what you have is living off the aura of what's supposed to be Trae Young. I see some ancillary picks, folks around him. I see Jalen Johnson. I see my what's the young kid we just got this year that's been showing out from Duke?
Jalen Johnson?
Not Jalen. No, what's the other kid? The other.
Oh, Griffin?
Griffin. No. What's the
Kobe Bumpkin?
Kobe Bumpkin is from Michigan.
Was that the guy who was playing yesterday? Got some good minutes in the
Yeah,
game
Bumpkin.
yesterday. Kobe.
He played good defense, but again, no. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Okay, so the thought process is we have some good pieces. I turn around and I look at what Oklahoma City did, and I know they had to go down to the depths of despair, and now they've come up, man. And yes, my man is setting the world on fire out there. But I look how quickly it turned for Oklahoma City. They were picking in the top 2 or 3 2 seasons ago, and now they're about to be a number 1 seed. So with the right coaching and the right person in the GM department, it can turn around. So I really was calling to say, I'm really, to say, Larry, I think you're on to something when you start talking about possibly departing with Trae. But here's the problem. Here's the only problem. You got a Supermax contract. And unlike stuff in the NFL, you have to match the value coming back. What team has what the Hawks would need to get a head start on what would be a rebuild? You can't go to the Lakers. They got nothing but old folks there. San Antonio, right. Is San Antonio gonna really give up young pieces as they try to rebuild around Wemby out there?
San Antonio would, but I don't like that. I don't like their pieces. I mean, there's a reason why they're the worst team, or like the 3rd worst team in the league. They would desperately love to have DeJounte back, let alone ain't nothing y'all got. Only thing y'all got is Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis ain't coming. So now, and he's injured anyway.
Y'all gonna take back some players. It might be
we're not facilitating that. What I will say about this,
you start speaking highly for Landry Fields, so we'll see. I hope you're right.
Oh no, Landry, look, I don't think this the way the Hawks are playing is Trae Young's fault.
Yeah.
No.
If someone, I feel like we have an ownership problem. I don't know if ownership is going to allow Landry Fields to build the Atlanta Hawks correctly, because he's made it to the conference championships the only time in our team history twice. When he first got here, he made it. I think his second year owning the team, and then in 2021. So he's already been to the mountaintop, to the Hawks mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? Of going to Eastern Conference Finals twice. Never happened before with Trae Young being cheap. So his whole thing is he's always telling the fans, "Oh, I'll spend it if I deem it worthy," but he won't, because when you were supposed to spend it is capitalizing on a team that went to the Eastern Conference Final. You're supposed to package up all that young talent that you weren't sure about, a John Collins that you was gripping tight. You know what I'm saying? Squeezing the life up.
Preach, Larry.
DeAndre Hunters. You know what I'm saying? All those guys, the Kevin Herters. You gave away Kevin Herter for airplane cookies. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Send them over there. And it's not that we all know Kevin Herter is who he is, but there was no one in this city that can tell me that Kevin Herter coming off the bench, maybe he's not a starter. We see that. But Kevin Herter on this bench, eventually, guys, if you look at teams that really win, they have a Kevin Herter on the bench. They have a Bogdan Bogdanovic on the bench. Are you going to say, okay, that's kind of redundant? Yes and no. You have to have a good bench to actually really compete. Look at the Knicks. We were better than the Knicks 3 years ago. The Knicks said, you know what? And they relatively got the same team outside of picking up Brunson and Josh Hart. And now they're spending. They didn't use any of their picks to pick up these other ancillary pieces like Bojan Bogdanovic, who's a 7-8 version of Bogey. You know what I'm saying? Not that good. Just a bench warmer. But they got all these pieces now just to help all those injuries that they had. And once all these guys come back, man, you're going to have like guys that's been starting in the NBA on the bench. Look at DeAndre Hunter, who's been starting for us. We put him on the bench, and now he looks like the player we should have drafted. 18 points a game, 5 rebounds. I mean, he's a star in his role now. But again,
and really, what I like about what I'm sorry to interrupt. Really, what I like about what the Knicks did, they were able to get rid of what they thought was going to be a big time player in RJ Barrett. Remember how high they picked him? And so the mere fact that they were able to, so think about that, Larry. They were able to flip him and still get better.
And so that RJ should have been.
Right.
OG Toppin. I mean,
absolutely.
OG
Anunoby.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right about that. Yeah.
And so that goes back to my original question about what you're gonna trade for Trae if you were to get him. And look, aren't we down a couple of picks from the DeJounte
yes.
Trade? Yeah. So absolutely. So now that almost makes the next year or two impossible, because you don't even have the draft picks to. I mean, if we happen to fall below the 10 spot, you can't even be in there. So Red, what you mean, Red?
That's why the Lakers, who got 3 first-round picks after this year.
Red. You know those 3. You know when those 3 picks are? 2029, 30, and 31.
Those 3 first-round picks.
Yeah. 2029, 2030, and 2031.
Well, they can throw some players up in there. Well, you're right there. Yeah.
Why am I worried about that? Like,
that ain't gonna help.
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Around. Go ahead, John.
My bad, John.
You can interrupt us at any time.
No, that's right.
Oh no! I was raised a little bit.
We don't talk over people.
I just
this ain't the
and see,
be nice.
See how Red be getting me in doggone trouble.
I know.
I'm just gonna leave that alone. But let me say this. Let me say this. Larry, you and Steve, y'all hit on some stuff that I've been and Larry, you know, you definitely know. When those children threw Travis Slink out and took over the situation. Now,
preach, John.
Now, whether Travis Slink was right or wrong, okay, he was the one with the experience because you grabbed Travis Slink. You grabbed Travis Slink from a championship organization to try to build Golden State East. Okay, that's basically what he was trying to do: build Golden State East with in letting Luka go and letting Trey come. All right, you were supposed to put the same type of pieces around Trey Young in order for him to be successful in Golden State East. All right, Slink missed on some things. He definitely missed on some picks. Okay. Thing about it was, you put these kids in here because now the thing that really got to me, when they came to him with the DeJounte Murray trade, Slink said, no, I do not want to give up first round draft picks for this man.
Yeah. Not that many.
Not that. I mean, did he want any? I don't think he wanted any.
No, he said
I don't think he wanted any. But you went. No problem. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. But thing is that look, that 2021 visit to the Eastern Conference Finals, I've always said that was the worst thing to happen to the Atlanta Hawks because it gave you a false sense of security, a false sense of where you actually were. Okay, that was the thing that.
Yes and no.
Well,
I agree with you.
I'm saying
when you don't make adjustments, I agree with you when you don't make adjustments. But
true,
I don't agree with
because you think you got it. You think you got it.
We could have capitalized on that. We didn't. We held on to too long.
Yeah, if we would have gotten rid of John Collins, I think that would have been a help. You know, earlier on.
Not at that time. Not at that time, though. John. You know, cause see, and let me say this about that. See, the thing was that off season right there was the most crucial off season because you were trying to go higher than what you went, and that next step was the finals period. Yeah. That was the next step. Now, it was incumbent upon that front office to make a move or two, and it was a real crucial time because see, you had to figure out what it was that you did well and what it is that you needed to do a little bit better by a player or two, scheme, whatever. All right, but we did nothing. We stood pat. And just like Steve and just like you talked about, Larry, everybody else passed us like we were standing still.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They passed us like we were standing still. You know, teams that we were just running all over, they came back that next year and the year after that ran all over us. Because number one,
the entire league just looked at us and said, we got to have a better roster than the Atlanta Hawks.
Right.
They did.
Right.
Yeah.
And they figured us out. Mm-hmm. They really figured us out. You know, they figured us out. And the thing was that when you get into the conference finals, when you get into the finals, when you win a championship, everybody is watching what it is that you do.
Yeah.
To try to undo it, to try to solve it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What happened that next year? They were going at Trey Young.
Yeah, they said, okay, you're gonna get Trey was already getting that treatment, but they basically analyzed our entire team and they said, okay, these are the weaknesses of these teams. And then once John Collins hurt his finger and couldn't shoot, that broke our team.
Yeah.
Because they really broke our team because then We really didn't have another option outside of either Bogey or Herder shooting threes. And if they got cold, we were socked. We didn't have any Gallinari anymore or someone, Lou Williams' capability to come in and get hot like the microwave. So again, our team was fundamentally flawed because we didn't take advantage of the assets we had. Again, man, Utah was on the way down. They already had rumors about Donovan Mitchell being traded. We didn't want to give up DeAndre Hunter and John Collins. Collins is on that team right now. And we could have had Donovan Mitchell. So, I mean, to me, that right there is saying either you didn't want to win. That's actually worse than us not going after Lamar Jackson for the Falcons, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because Donovan Mitchell was the type of guy that was a one-man gang also on his team. And Trae Young and him always played with each other in the offseason. So it's one of the few guys in the NBA that really rock with Trae. Okay.
And that,
so that chemistry right there, that chemistry right there would have been bona fide. You know, like Donovan Mitchell and Michael Porter Jr. Well, Michael Porter Jr. his best friend. And that's way back in high school, you know what I'm saying? They were rivals in high school, but they always played with each other in the AAU circuits. So, in my opinion, you could have had that for one player you didn't have. The 2 picks, you wouldn't even have to give up 3 picks. You would have gave up 2 picks. So, the Hawks just keep giving up on players or not using them, you know, to improve the team, you know, kind of like R.J. Barrett. What they did with R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett was a number 3 pick. Now think about that.
Yeah.
R.J. Barrett was a number 3 pick in the draft.
Yeah. And
they got the same GM. And he literally said, threw his hands up, my bad, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Let me go get OG Anunoby, who's a defensive guy that can score probably just as good as R.J. Barrett.
Yeah.
But play way better defense. Now, he's injury prone. They dealing with that now. But the piece, I mean, it worked out for both teams. R.J. Barrett was hooping tonight. He don't have to be the 3rd or 4th fielder anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's a win-win.
Yeah.
Red, you don't have anything to offer for the Hawks to get Trae Young. You couldn't even get DeJounte. How you gonna get Trae Young? Like that's what I want to ask. Like realistically, if you don't have anything to get for DeJounte, how are you realistically trying to get Trae Young? You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it.
It's just rumors right now.
Now, what you can say is LeBron's there. He's a part of Clutch. Trae Young just got a house in California, in Malibu. You know what I'm saying? So all the dots can connect. But again, just because he got a house there, don't mean that the Hawks are just gonna because if Trae Young asks for a trade, they're gonna look for the best deal. Okay.
Are they though? Because here's the thing. Here's my thing.
I mean, I would, because it's the only valuable piece. So they
they have to. But here's the thing,
because they don't have no draft picks. They can't send him to a team he wants to go to.
Well, here's my question, Larry. Because
I'm back.
Yeah, we were waiting for you, John.
I don't know what happened.
Well, we got you back. Well, I'm just gotta say this. Yeah. Every year when it was always, well, watch what, Nate's going to be able to work with these guys better. Oh, Nate loves DeAndre. And then they did nothing. They just stayed pat. Oh, well, we got Quinn now. Quinn's going to show him the way. He's going to show him the way. And it's the same record or it's the same feel. You did nothing to improve your main core talent. And, honestly, I don't trust this organization. I don't trust the GM because he's a puppet. And I'm sorry, Landry Fields, he hasn't proven he can stand on his own 2 feet. And I guarantee you the other teams are like looking at him going, "You're not in charge. I'll just call your daddy. Yeah, I'll call your owner.
Yeah.
He'll talk to us." Or no, his kid, because his kid is in charge, and that's what aggravates me right there.
And see, and to that point. Now this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was last year. Matter of fact, not this past December, but the previous December, when all of this stuff was going on about Trae Young and the coach, not Trae Young and Nate not getting along.
Yeah.
That Nick Rustler and Trae were real good friends. Okay, Nick Rustler was supposedly learning the business from Travis Schlenk. Okay, but this man has a back door to the owner's ear through the owner's son. Now, how can you be a GM candidate? How can you be a president candidate when you have that type of rapport with a player? Because see, the thing is, situation can switch around and turn around to where you have to let that player go. Okay, we have to chop that player off. And my thing was that, okay, if this is going on in your organization and you want your son to learn how to do this job, send him someplace else to learn the job. He doesn't need to be here. He does not need to be here. Okay, because you too close to the player. You too close to the player. And the thing was, there was a rift between Nate McMillan and Trae Young at the time. All right, a visible rift, a visible rift. And the thing was, and see, this is something that I can't abide by with your newer coaches, your newer owners, and your newer players. Okay, if I'm the head coach, the buck stops with me for all players on the floor. Okay, you don't go around me going to talk to the GM. You don't go around me talking to anybody else until you talk to me first. See, give me a shot at trying to calm or get the situation straight, because I am your coach. Okay, but what has happened is that the players have gotten to the point where, it started with Magic, started with various other people who got coaches fired. Got people, had the owner's ear, did this, did that, all this type of stuff.
Hey, Giannis got Adrian Griffin fired. That boy does he love Doc.
Yeah. And see, thing is
that was his choice.
Yeah. Now, see, thing is,
that's when they choke a 3-1 lead again.
What you're supposed to do as an owner is player come to you. Hey, did you talk to the coach yet? No. Go down there and talk to your coach.
Yeah.
Go talk to your coach. I don't want to hear. I do not want to hear. Go talk to your coach first. Okay. Now I'm going to tell your coach that you came up here. I'm going to tell you, coach, that you came up here asking all these questions and talking all this stuff. Okay. Now you get ready to run some extra laps. You get ready to do some extra work, because you ran an end run around that man, and that man is your coach right there. Okay. And that's that.
No more, John.
No, John, they don't do. They pat him on the butt now.
And see that this is
Miami Heat. They do it.
Oh yeah, Miami. They don't play. Yeah, Pat don't play.
You remember when LeBron James went to Pat Riley?
He's the only one that said no to Pat.
That's your coach right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your coach right there. And see,
that coach is my protege. So
he raised him. He raised him.
So he's like, you see that, man? That's your coach, not me.
Yeah.
I think Golden State and Steve Kerr pretty tight. Some coaches and players are like this, and they had to be like that for it to work. I mean, Kobe and Phil Jackson were like that. I don't think they were like that, but they understood each other.
Well, they set aside whatever personals, and they went to work.
Yeah.
They set the personals aside.
Gotta have some type of rapport.
And that's fine. That's fine. However, However, there are going to be times when you have to pull your coach card. Hey,
I miss
son,
my beard.
do you see this? There are times you got to pull your coach card. Hey, son, this is my get away with it and kick your ass card right here. All right.
Oh, you think you big time?
Yeah. You might be a player, but I can ruin your career right now. But get out there, run those laps, do what it is that I told you to do. If the game is lost, it's my fault. I'm the coach. It falls on me.
Yeah.
Okay. It falls on me because I'm your coach.
Players now. That's the
and they can't handle it, Larry. They can't handle it, Larry. Guess who they gonna blame? They gonna blame the coach.
And then the fans for not loving them. And then the GM. And then
if I'm the coach, I'm gonna be like, you better get out of here. I be trying to tell that fool some of that practice. He tell me, I know what I'm doing. So go talk to him. I'm just the coach. Who make the most money? He do. So go talk to him.
And now I'm gonna tell you something else too. You remember when Nate left, and when John Collins left? John Collins was telling tales out of school. These people did not do what the coach wanted them to do.
Man, John Collins loves to talk regardless. That man loves the sound of his own voice. I swear. Sorry.
Well, Nate said the same thing. Now, now, Larry knows about this.
Yeah.
When Quinn came here, they say Quinn has 170 IQ. Isn't that what Matt said? He had 170 IQ.
Oh God.
All right. Now, you as a coach with 170 IQ, you talking to people whose IQ isn't even room temperature in spring.
Okay. Ain't that the truth?
So you blowing more by than what's getting in.
I don't into that hype about you being super genius, overthinking stuff. No. Basketball is not rocket science. We're not talking about Joshua Dobbs coming in here and beating the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what Coach Quinn does. Look, if the Atlanta Hawks play better, if we get out and run, like I said, the biggest thing with the Hawks that I've seen that last game, there was nobody waiting to come and get the ball. Like, people don't sit there and just stop and look for Trey to get him the ball. If JJ got the ball, he push it up. Everybody run up, get in these spots. Let's go. You don't have to bring up the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. If anything, if the Hawks fundamentally change their offense and start to get more space and pace, that's one thing that Coach Quinn is always talking about. If that happens without Trae Young, he comes back and disrupt that. This is something that you can show on film. Trae Young's really never been out an extended period before. It's only been like 3 games or something like here or 3 games like that. He's never been out really long. So him being out for the good portion of a month and coming back and see, this will get a team evaluation of this roster because players got to step up. They got to make up for 27 and 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that DeJounte gonna average a triple-double, but last night was nice. He didn't score in the fourth quarter, but that didn't matter because DeAndre Hunter picked him up. Jalen Johnson picked him up. You know what I'm saying? When you have stuff like that and people feel like they're a part of the game, then they can step up. Then they don't have to sit there and just stand in the corner and wait for Trey to do something. And then you got to make an open shot. Now, having a skill like that is good, but I saw a better defensive energy that turned it to pushing down the court to get easy buckets. And I like seeing that.
Now, let me take that and run a little ways down the road with it.
He's on
Trae Young, and this is something that has been the problem. This is something that has been the problem. Trae Young, ever since he's been here, He's been the Atlanta Hawks.
Yes.
50-point games, buzzer beater, game winners, offensive load. Last year was the first time when I would say, last year, where people were saying, Trey, you need to trust your other people. Trey, you need to let them shoot the ball. Trey, you need to be more of a point guard than a point scorer.
Yeah. He's had too much on his plate.
Yes.
Trust your guys, especially when you got DeJounte. They want to see what DeJounte can really do. That's all.
And then on top of that, okay, number one, and this was my problem. The first question I asked when you got DeJounte Murray, why in the world do you have 2 point guards on the team? Because you had 2 point guards from 2 totally different systems.
Yes, true.
See, this man, DeJounte Murray, was raised up by Pop.
That's right.
By Greg Popovich. Okay. Trae Young, from what I was hearing last week on when they were interviewing him, Trae Young ain't never had no coach. You remember? Did y'all hear that?
He ain't never had no real
Larry Pierce.
We all know how bad Terry Stotts was as a coach.
You know that was his coach.
And then Lloyd Pierce was brought here just to lose. No self-respecting coach would ever accept you're gonna tank my team roster to try to get a generational player. That's why Coach Bud got the heck up out of here.
Who that C-Dub?
What's up?
I think you're squeaking.
Yeah, someone's opening the doors and opening it and closing it, and for some reason staring at me. It's my son-in-law. I'll whoop his ass later. Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, I thought that was the mic.
No, I took my my other earbud out. Next thing I know, I hear the door, and I'm like, "Really? This is happening now of all time?"
Oh, okay. But yeah. I mean,
they heard you.
I mean, this is, you know, this is the thing, and this is the problem, because see, think about it, y'all. No matter what lineup that the Hawks put on the floor, you're going to have an offensive deficiency and a defensive deficiency.
Yeah.
No matter who you put, I mean, no matter who you put on the floor, with Trey, without Trey, with DeJounte, without DeJounte, with Hunter, without Hunter, because see, Hunter is playing better after he's come back from this injury. But if you look at the amount of games that both Hunter has played and that Bogey has played, man, they would never qualify for any awards at the end of the year, you know, since they have the new rules in.
Yeah, and all of that,
he's going to be better off the bench. I think that way you can save him. You don't have to play him over like 35 minutes or something like that. You can keep him around 25 to 27 minutes at max. He can end the game, and that's when you need him for his defense. So I like that adjustment. I think he could be a superstar in his role as being on the bench. He's averaging like 18 points off the bench, 5 rebounds. That's what I want DeAndre Hunter to do. If he can get on the bench, guess what? You don't have to trade him.
Let's see if he can actually keep doing that. Because look, DeAndre Hunter, the best intentions are, you know, the best hopes or stuff is always paved in good intentions. We're just talking about one game with him scoring 18 and, you know, without Trey. But here's my thing. When it comes to Hunter, it's like I don't expect anything from him. Honestly, in my view, he's a bust. He's going to be a bust until, and I'm sorry. He's, he got drafted as high as he did, and think about all the trades and everyone saying, well, you just can't trade DeAndre. Well, okay. What is he? Oh, we're talking about a 6, not even a 6, maybe 7th guy off the bench. That's a bust, and I'm sorry, but that's why this team infuriates me so much because we have the roster. We needed to make moves to solidify. Look, Larry, how many times did you talk about how Clint can't make a bunny?
He can't.
I mean, this man. I mean,
3 last night.
You think that you could go get a big man to back up Okongwu to at least play center, but we can't ever. But we got to keep Clint for some reason.
Well, now, and I'm gonna tell you this too. Now, I don't want no 6'9" center. I'm sorry.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Well. C-Dub.
There's 6'10s out there, 6'11s. I'll do that.
Yeah, 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot, 7'1", 7'2".
Give me a guy with one eyebrow.
Give me another women. Okay.
Hold on. Let me find me a guy that has one eyebrow.
And see, and look, these 7-footers are all over the world. And my pet peeve, and what I'd say on We Talk Hawks all the time, don't mortgage the farm for one person. Don't tear the team completely apart because I remember everybody was talking about trying to get Siakam, all right? But you were going to have to give up everything for a Siakam.
A rental.
Come on.
A rental.
Yeah, for a rental. He wasn't even going to stay.
The man.
Look,
a 1-year rental.
If Pascal Siakam don't re-sign with the Pacers, they made a huge mistake.
Yeah, he's not gonna resign.
Look,
well, he's not. You know how many teams gonna be teams that he's gonna feel that are better contenders and they're much better cities.
Exactly. They lose in the first round because right now it's all cool. They the 6th seed. But if they lose in the first round, or if they fall back to the play-in,
yeah,
losing the play-in, Pascal Siakam might be like, well, I'm gonna go to the team. He might go down and try to play with his homie, and go play with Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got a chance,
he might do that regardless. He might
that's what I'm saying.
Trade for Tobias Harris.
Hold on. What you know? What PL Siakam might want to go to? Maybe he might want to go to Miami.
Or it's Miami, exactly.
Yeah, play with Bam and Jimmy Butler.
Like, why wouldn't I? But I really think he want to go and play with Joel Embiid, and that would be a perfect compliment. Like, he's a way better version of Tobias Harris. And offensively. So, yeah, have him, Maxey, and Embiid. That would be a nasty big three. So, in my opinion, I just think that the Pacers put all their eggs in the basket, and if it don't pan out, they screwed. I mean,
real quick, Larry, if this season, let's just say the Hawks don't even make the play-in, okay? And I mean, I'm believing. I'm with you. I'm with you because I want to see them make the playoffs and actually make some noise. But if they don't, here's my question. Because I feel like the Hawks are going to scapegoat Landry Fields and try to get another GM. What do you think?
No, I don't think they'll scapegoat Landry Fields. If anything, they'll scapegoat Trae Young. It all depends on how they end this season. If the Atlanta Hawks end this season on a run without Trae Young on this 4-week span, and then Trae Young comes back, and then they look disjointed again, then they'll have the answer. Now,
Larry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Larry, now let me ask you this. Now, is there any way that they can not look disjointed with Trae Young coming back? Because that is a different animal now. That is a different animal.
If Trae Young comes back, well, here's the thing. I am of the belief if Trae sat back and watched this team be successful as soon as they see, because like say the Hawks go on a 7-game win streak, pie in the sky. And the way they've been doing it is pace of space. So it really don't matter who gets the rebound. Outside of like Clint Capella or Yucca Kongwu, they get it and they run. Ain't no more hold up, let me find DeJounte or Trey to dribble the ball up so we can get into an offensive set. Now, mind you, we are super efficient because we are the third best scoring team in the National Basketball Association. But again, I've always been on the mindset of if we could play a little bit better defense and be consistent offensively, we don't have to score 120 every game, 122 every game. Maybe we score 110, 115, but keep teams under 110. Then maybe we can win some games, and be more consistent. And again, I'm not blaming all our defensive woes on Trey. We got a lot of negative defenders on this team, including DeJounte Murray, who are just a better version of Trey getting in the passing lane, but he can't stay in front of people like that, unlike what I thought we were getting. He's not a good on-ball defender that I thought he was. And he's better. He's and Bogdan Bogdanovic, that's another thing. We talk a lot about Kevin Huerter, but Kevin Huerter was a better defender than Bogey or, Trae Young. So again, a lot of continuity things that we had before that we didn't improve on, and we just let go for nothing. So, this could go either ways, guys. If we go on a run, then that rumor about us maybe trading Trae Young, I'm of the belief when we got here, I don't think Coach Quinn was really sold on Trey. I don't. I think that the way we played coming into the end of the season, Trey, started heating up near the end of the season. Why would a rumor come out about we actually thinking about Trey Young? Now, obviously, you know what I'm saying, Landry went down there and the owner flew down there. Owner and Landry, I don't know if Travis went. I think Travis went down also. They all got on the plane and then met with Trae Young before the game because all those rumors popping up the day of the game before the play-in versus the Miami Heat. And then they came out and whooped the Heat in Miami and won the 7th seed. So, in my opinion, I think Coach Quinn was brought here to evaluate this team, and he wasn't sure about Trey. And then near the end of the season, I guess, him and Trey got on the same page, and that's when he had the full endorsement because AJ Griffin, we all know how good AJ Griffin was prior to Quinn getting here, and then he's not even being used anymore, so he's not a Quinn guy. So that's why I always say, guys, coaches can make and break you regardless on how good you are or how bad you are. You definitely need talent for the team. But if you don't have that confidence from your coach that you got, because I do agree that Trae Young would never play for another coach on this team. Quinn won't be scapegoated. Quinn won't be scapegoated because I think Trey will ask to leave, be like, look, guys, I tried. I think we're going to have to move in a different direction.
I think the ownership wants to move off Trey because he's expensive now. And they're cheap. They're tightwads. I'm sorry, but because every time Tony Wrestler gets on the radio, he teases everyone's ears by saying, oh, we'll get into tax if it's worth it. Yeah, but it's never worth it because you never do anything to get the team better. You can make the team better if you actually look for deals. Hey, you could have traded Bogey if you wanted to. Bogey ain't all that. Last I checked, like you just said, when you watch it, he doesn't even play a full season. Can I get 60 games out of you? Dear God, you're an old. Basically, I'd walk faster than Bogey sometimes. And then it's like I'm watching him, and then I watch, Clint, who can't make a bunny, but he's whatever tall. But yet he can't bring it down like a big man should.
We could have got rid of Bogey. We would have kept Kevin Huerter, who's on a much cheaper deal.
I would have, yeah.
And I don't know, man.
Look, with this
look.
I mean, we're in the land of misfit toys.
Yeah.
That's basically what we are.
What we do know is bad management.
Yeah.
You know what's bad when
you don't have a vision anymore. Just like
you know what's bad when you wish you had Billy Knight back, because at least he. No, you know what I mean, though.
Whoa! See, hold
on.
God, no, because
I know.
You know what? Now, Billy Knight.
He's an idiot and a half.
Now, Billy Knight wanted the team.
I think we need Sheldon Benjamin.
He wanted everybody on the team to be 6'9".
Yes, he did.
He wanted everybody to be 6'9". And I remember I cornered him up down at Phillips Arena. I cornered him up down at Phillips. Huh? What was that, Larry?
He picked the wrong one. He was ahead of his time, but he picked the wrong players. Like when you let everybody know that you wanted the garbage disposal on my back.
Yeah, thank you.
Or the slum lord, whatever. What was his name? The slum lord.
The Sheldon Williams. Yes. Oh God.
NBA know that you want the slum lord.
That's yeah.
Well, draft Marvin Williams instead of Chris Paul. That's
yeah. Hold on, and you passed on Darren Williams too.
That did it for me. I said, get whoever was drafted for the Hawks, get him out of here.
And I cornered him up down at Phillips Arena one time because I used to have a police friend that could get me down on the floor. And you talking about somebody biting their tongue all while they were sitting there and sitting behind the Hawks. Man, I had so many holes in my doggone lip. Because I couldn't say what I wanted to say. Because if I had been about 6 or 7 rows up, I could have cussed them out. But I didn't want to get my partner in trouble. So
hold on. Don't worry. A lot of the press box people in there was looking at him, cussing him out too.
But Billy Knight, I asked him. I said, "When you gonna teach?" And it was Josh Childress. You remember him?
Yeah, I know.
Oh God, yes.
With that old horrible push and pull shot he had.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I like Halliburton, to be honest.
He looked like Sean Marion. You remember Sean Marion out there at Phoenix?
Oh God,
that old shot he had.
Yeah. Hated his shot.
And I used to tell Josh Childress, I never will forget. We were playing the 76ers when what's his name was on there. I can't think. No. The one that won the championship with Golden State. I can't think of it.
Iguodala.
Iguodala.
Man, Josh Childress was all over top of the Iguodala and then laid the ball up and missed it. Down when he came back down to my end. Come here, son. Come here. Come here, son. Next time you don't tear that rack off of that backbone, I'm coming out there and I'm taking your place. He looking at me. Don't be smiling at me, boy.
John, go up there and start playing.
And then Zaza Pachulia with that, he got the same shot Sadiq Bey got, that flatliner, that ICU shot. Yeah, that ICU shot when the man dead. This shot goes.
That's how Hawk fans see what they see.
That damn shot. Yeah, man, I'm out there coaching. But Wilson over there looking over there at me. I said, man, come get him. But at any rate, Billy Knight, I asked him about Zaza Pachulia. I said, where you get this man from? He's sorry. What you telling me for? You picked him. He turned around and walked off. I said, now look, man. These people, and I'm talking about every coach and every organization we had, and especially that organization, the Atlanta Spirit Group.
God,
man, that you think it's bad now. It was terrible back then when them jokers was in charge of the Hawks.
No, it definitely was.
And there's a reason that the Thrashers are gone. There's a reason that the Thrashers.
Don't get them started. I hate those people. I love going to Thrasher games.
Hey, and you know that Gearon is on this ownership group too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gearon is on this ownership group here too. So I wouldn't be now. He's been laying low, and I hadn't heard his name called or whatever. But you know, with him on the group and with all of the stuff that the Hawks group and that Atlanta Spirit group, I'm just praying that that whole mess is not starting all over again, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for us to be trying to quote unquote save money when you got to. Okay, you spent money on the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, y'all, you went and spent money on the wrong thing. Okay.
Yep.
Now, to correct the problem, that doesn't mean you don't spend any money anymore.
Yep.
You go spend money, find someone who knows what they're doing. And Landry Fields, Nick Russler, and Kyle Korver don't know anything about running and building a basketball team. No. I would hate to take these people going to buy a used car because they get fleeced every time. These jokers,
they get a Pinto.
Man, look, these jokers, man, I'm telling you, man.
Look at the record.
Look at what we got. And see, the thing is now,
I'm with
the
you.
crazy part about it, we are where are we in attendance, Larry?
I think we're top 10 in
we top 10 in attendance. We top 10 in attendance.
We have been the past few years. I don't know about this season, but we were.
I think we are this season, and that tells me
folks coming out there.
Yeah, they coming, but they coming for the concert.
Different jerseys, yeah.
They coming for the concerts. They come to see Luda. They come to see Luda. That's what they coming for. And that's automatically a death nail for good basketball, because see, when it just so happens we are, we're centrally situated with the music business here in Atlanta. Okay.
Music
and we can call people.
Now. I mean, everything really.
Yeah. And like Ron said, Grant Hill is involved, but see, you don't hear anything from Grant Hill.
Man, Grant Hill ain't nothing but an announcer for NBA TV.
Yeah. They run.
Exactly.
He stays far in the background, probably because he's ashamed of it.
Hold on. If they were doing good, you would hear more from Grant Hill.
I don't know, man. Grant Hill was there.
You heard from 2 years ago when we on that run.
Yeah. A quick question, guys. I'm about to get off. I want to ask you guys, with the combine approaching, are you surprised that Caleb Williams is not going to be throwing? He is just gonna go up and do interviews. I'm not personally, because most of the big guys don't throw. But and then B, he's not getting a agent either. He's going to Lamar Jackson route also.
His mom.
I don't know if you guys know that or not, but I wanted to ask you guys about Caleb Williams. And are these things kind of red flags that you guys would be worried about if you got to spend a number one pick, or if you're the Atlanta Falcons that maybe wanted to go up to get that number one pick? Because Peter King, on his last basically report, he just retired, but his last scoop is talking about that the Bears really want to keep Field, and they're just doing this smoke screen to drive up the price to get somebody, just like they did with this past draft, passing on the quarterbacks. They feel like they messed up on the quarterback, but they can't really get one now because they don't value any of these quarterbacks like a CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young. So what do your guys thought about that? And Penix said he was going to throw also. So Penix got a chance to increase his value. I just don't know if people going to take a risk on the injury. Everybody knows he's the boy to throw, but I mean, yeah. Like, what you guys think about Caleb? Is he dropping in you guys stock, or what with those type of decisions?
Hey, Red, you go.
No, because whatever he'll still perform on his pro day and whatever. Now I do think some guys' stock is gonna rise because they decide to go out there and throw, like maybe a McCarthy or a Penix or a May, who will probably be the star of the combine this entire week. But Caleb and Jalen, they'll still have their pro days, so they'll still be able to go out there and do their thing. The teams that are interested in Caleb, I mean the Commanders, they're interested in him. And the teams that want Daniels, they want Daniels. It's already set in stone. I don't think unless they get in some legal trouble between now and then, I don't think anybody that's set in stone on Caleb or Daniels is gonna fall off of him unless they completely, I mean completely went to bed at their pro day.
Interview wise, I think that's fine. He could talk to anybody. That's be available to be asked the questions and everything. Is his stock going to drop? Well, for me, I wasn't wanting him anyway, and I'm not trying to be funny about it. It's just there are some maturity issues with him, and we were just talking about it. Not just the fingernail painting, because I didn't know about that, but also just his the issue he displayed during the was it UCLA or Washington? I can't remember. Either way, up on the where he needed the crying towel. Yeah, so that just made me just kind of go, I don't know. I really don't. So I would say for me, I didn't want him because to me, I've been looking at Drake May and I've been looking at Jalen. Those are the two guys I would like if we were to go up and go get one. But that's interesting you said that because when does Justin Fields just look at the Chicago Bears going, okay, if you're going to choose me this go round, can we go ahead and iron a contract out that I'm staying so we don't have to keep going through this every freaking year?
I think we're going to have our answer, C-Dub.
Yeah.
That's when they made the deal last year with trading the one pick. So we're going to know another in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is this. If they go for it, if they decide to get Caleb, cool, go for it. My thing is this. Pick who you want. Look, if you're number one and you decide, you know what, we got Caleb or we got, Justin Fields, let's go get Marvin Harrison. Okay, you got the number one pick. You picked him. So that's where I'm at. I just kind of like, we'll see. I kind of like what Red said. Watch these workouts because I always have said it too. Every time, Larry, that, we go to the workouts, the combine, somebody shoots up, someone shoots up on their pro day, and owners fall in love with players, and they got to have that guy. And if that's not true, then why did Cobra Kai get drafted to the New York Jets?
Yeah.
You mean why did the Cougar Hunter get drafted to the New York Jets?
Cobra Kai, baby. That's what we call them. Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to give this comment, and then I'm going to have to go. I got a doctor's appointment early tomorrow, and I can't let Ron in because I definitely want to hear from Ron. But we will be back Wednesday. We will definitely be back Wednesday. And anybody who wants to come in, y'all can come right on in. We'll talk about it.
This is 2 hours more than me and C-Dub ever thought we'd be on.
Yeah.
We thought we would have been long gone by now.
Yeah. Hey.
Y'all blame me for bringing the house talk.
Hey, Larry, it's fine.
No. We are going to transition into a little Hawks talk.
Yes.
Since the football season is going to be, it's going to conclude here in a minute.
Hold on. Larry.
So we don't need to talk.
Hey, Larry.
About the end.
Yeah. Hold on, Larry. I'm going to say it like this. It's a lot better than what Saturday and then the next night for me and Red was because we kept on going on shows that people were talking over everybody. So we're just glad we were able to have a show where it just went through.
Yeah, this is actually the quietest show we've done.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Hey, now sometimes, gentlemen, see, when I used to call sports talk all the time, man, it was a battleground all the time, and it was noisy or whatever. And I just learned how to function in it, and just how to hold your own in it. And see, now a lot of times I like conflict.
Yeah.
With people who know how to conflict without bringing out the nuclear weapons.
Your key word, with people who
debate without disrespect. You know what I'm
saying? You can disagree. Yeah, you can disagree without being disagreeable.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but in answer to Larry's question before we go, I'm going to say, C-Dub and Red kind of covered my thoughts. And the thing about this is, you can be controversial, but you got to be careful when you're being controversial, because you'll turn people off if your talent does not match the trouble that they're going to have to put up with to have you.
Yeah.
Because see, thing is now, okay, if you're gonna be raising all this sand and talking all this stuff and doing all these old crazy things, okay, when you get on my field, I expect for you to justify all of that.
Yeah.
That's the way I am. That's the way I am.
Especially going to Chicago. Like Chicago isn't like you. Atlanta put a pillow behind your head. It's okay. Don't worry. Chicago or New York or LA or something like that, or Dallas, they eat you alive.
Because
they media.
Because
that's why he want to come here.
That's where professional football was born, up in that area. Those people have been rooting, dying with, rolling with, traveling with, and you see it now. You see it now. When Green Bay comes to your town, cheeseheads coming. When Bears come to your town, Bears coming. Because those people have been doing this for the longest.
Yeah, and professional is like college football down here.
Because see, that was the birthplace. That was the birthplace of the NFL as well as the AFL, if I'm not mistaken. But I know the NFL definitely was. Okay. And I see Diva has come through to support. Hey, Diva.
What's up, Diva?
What's going on, Diva?
There you go, Red.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, y'all let me on.
Larry, anytime.
No problem. This is Red's show tonight, and I'm gonna give him an F. Red is passing out the grades tonight since this is his show. And like I tell you guys, anytime, C-Dub, Red, whether it be Winston, and Winston will be back soon. Winston will be back soon.
Okay, good. Okay.
Anytime you guys, want to do a show and I'm available or whatever, I put you on the big stage. One thing you got to do is just call me and I'll crank this thing up and let it go where it go. And I hope y'all can keep it on the pavement. I just hold my nose and I just y'all just.
I want to debate.
Hey, you let me. You just let me. You throw the keys at me. I'll make sure. Make sure Red keeps you between the lines.
all I need for y'all is to leave some gas in the car so I can start it tomorrow morning. That's all I need. But gentlemen, like I said, it's always a pleasure. And for those of you in the chat and those people like Uncle Steve and everybody, and Nando, and everybody that joined in, everybody that looked, everybody that supports us, we appreciate it. And if you have a hankering to that thumbs up button right there, smash it with your fist, run over it with the car, bust it with a hammer, hit it, please, so that we can grow, and tell your friends about the channel if you like it. Because see, we're gonna always discuss sports. We're gonna always, at the end of the day, thank each other because of the fact that we were able to come together and talk and agree, disagree, and we gonna still go out drinking together.
Yep.
Ain't no
and also leave a tip at the Waffle House.
Yeah, please. And ladies and gentlemen, please tip your servers when you go out, or either stay at home and cook it there.
Exactly, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of the two, man. You know, cause man. Thank y'all. And well, Red, you giving out grades?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it out. I'll take an L for the team tonight, you know, since I did start the podcast. Larry, you get an A for them awesome Hawks win.
Okay.
C-Dub, you get an A because you my boy.
Yeet.
And Jordan, you get an A because me and you represent the A, big dog.
Yeet.
And curve it out with the Atlanta Public Schools grading scale. I'll let y'all figure out what your final grade is. It's an A. I'm jotting it down to an A.
Yeah.
All of everybody out there watching, Miss B, King supporter, or who else we got out there? Ron. All of y'all get an A for the comment. We appreciate having y'all tonight because it was a little dead early, but y'all picked us back up in this last hour and a half, so we appreciate that. So everybody gets an A tonight except for Red. I get an F for feeling good.
Make sure you follow the Dixon Way. Make sure you also follow Red with the Red Pro Show. And also, you will see y'all on the eye test Wednesday with Mr. John. John, send these good folks home.
All right. Well, I'm about to cut the lights out. So y'all got to leave here. Whether you go home is your choice.
Deuces.
Bye-bye.
Deuces.